Hello, welcome back to Hope at Home. I'm here with Daffy Dill, who told a wonderful parable last week, didn't you?
Oh, say, that was very nice of you.
It was good.
And can I say, too, that your living room here is quite elegant.
Oh, you think so?
I
Thank you
think
so
so,
much.
yes. This is comfortable.
Well, have you ever met Winston the Walrus?
I've seen him. I don't know where, but I've seen him. Probably the theater.
Probably you did. Yes, he and Reynardo used to work together. Well, you know, he's going to be telling another parable today.
Really? That's exciting.
That's right. It's a parable about the wedding feast, and he'll be talking to his old friend Reynardo about it.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love wedding feasts. A lot of my relatives attend those.
Oh, dude, I'm sure they do. Yes.
Sometimes involuntarily.
That's right. I know they do. So, well, let's go see what Reynardo is going to learn from Winston. Okay?
That sounds great.
All
Let's
right.
watch.
Well, Winston, my old friend, thank you so much for coming over today. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing very well, Reynardo, and I certainly appreciate the invitation. You have a wonderful screening room here.
Why, thank you, my dear friend. It's for all my friends who come to visit. It's a place where they can watch all my old movies that I've been in through the years.
Oh, I bet you've had some wonderful roles.
Well, they were awful movies, and we had walk-on roles as villains or henchmen, stuff like that. But they were a good time for me, and I do appreciate all my experiences.
Well, I was wondering, what are you doing now?
Well, these days I'm just trying to overcome being stereotyped by producing children's videos and the like, telling stories, you know.
That's nice. You know, you should have really been a great star. You could have played a lot of wonderful roles.
Well, I know, tend to be stereotyped and things. I always a fox, always a villain, and it gets redundant after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, well, what would you have liked to play?
Well, I could have been in Stella, and I could have been in Contender, all that. What else? Let's see. There were other roles too.
Didn't you try out for Cats?
I did. Meow Meow. How hard could that be? But no, I just didn't fit the role.
Well, I'm sort of like you. I got tired of acting because I was always typecast as a walrus.
Imagine that.
I wanted to play a canary or something, but always a walrus. So I decided to stop acting and take up directing.
Well, that's wonderful. What is it you're directing these days, old boy?
Well, that's why I'm here. I wanted you to see something I'm putting together now. It's based on one of Jesus' parables.
Oh, that's wonderful. Any roles for me?
Well, we'll see. But I've put together this little video, and it'll show you a few scenes. It doesn't have any good scenery or anything, but I wanted to see what you think. Would you like to watch it?
Well, I would love to watch it. Let's just sit back, shall we? Roll 'em.
All right. There was once a very rich man whose only heir was about to be married. The man was very excited about the marriage and made plans for a huge wedding feast. He wanted all of his friends to come, so he went to his tablet and sent out a group message and emails to all the people he had known for many years.
This is exciting. I'm riveted.
Well, he decided to make a video describing the events that everyone could see, and they could see how excited he was. So he talked about all the wonderful food he would be serving and the famous orchestra that would be playing at the event. He also listed all of the other entertainers, the great magicians who would be there to perform amazing magic tricks, and he was even bringing in world-famous puppeteers to present their greatest full-length marionette show. The man knew seating would be limited, and he asked that everyone should please RSVP so that he could make sure to have enough food for everybody.
RSVP? How fancy. They had to respond with a yes or a no. Who could possibly say no to all of that?
Well, it turned out that the most important social leader of the town was the first to see the message. He had known the rich man for many years, but he had never really bothered to meet and get to know the couple who were getting married. He had already been to so many parties that year, and he decided he just didn't care to go to another one. So he texted his regrets and said he was too busy doing something else that evening.
It's so sad, though, that the people couldn't respond and didn't care about the old boy. It seems like they were not really good friends to him, I would think.
Well, the rich man was very disappointed that the social leader friend could not come, but he was sure that there would be many more people who would accept the invitation. But the social leader sent a voice message out to all of his huge circle of friends, telling them that he had already had enough boring parties for the last few months and was just partied out. When they heard this, all of his friends started sending their regrets too, making up all sorts of excuses about why they couldn't be at the party.
Oh, that's so sad. Once again, these people, I don't understand.
Well, the rich man couldn't understand it either. He couldn't believe it, and he looked at his screen and he heard ping after ping of excuses about why nobody was coming to his wedding feast. He began to grow angry and even deleted some of them from his account. But then he became sad. No one had said yes. What was he to do? He had wanted to share his joy, but nobody cared.
It is sad because when one is happy, you want all your friends around to share in all your happiness with you, I'd say.
That's right, Reynardo. He had another idea then. He went again to his tablet and began making a new video. This time, it was not just for his closest group of friends, since they had turned out not actually to be his friends after all. The video was sent to everyone else in town, to people who were never invited anywhere, people who the social leader and his circle didn't like at all.
Well, that sounds very exclusive. Now the people who normally didn't go out, didn't have many social engagements of any kind, could actually go someplace where they would be treated like royalty.
That's right. And all of those people said yes. They would love to come to the wedding feast. And the next night, the night of the feast, they began to arrive. The rich man greeted each one of them, and soon there was a full house. The rich man had wanted to share his wealth with others, and now he was sharing it with those who needed it the most.
Well, this is absolutely a delightful, happy ending to a story. Keep going, please.
Well, that's our video rehearsal of the parable so far, but what did you think of it?
Very impressed by the rich man's performance. And I'm also glad that the social leader was not portrayed as a fox, since he was obviously the villain. I also like the costumes and the lighting. It's very dazzling.
Well, that's good, but I meant the story. Jesus' parables are always about what people do with the Word of God. I think the rich man was sort of like God in the story, inviting people to share God's love, and the party was where they could meet Jesus.
He is supposed to be God? I mean, well, yes he is, of course. I already knew that. It was obvious.
That's right, and the social leader was like some religious leaders who should always want to know more about God's love, but really don't care. They were comfortable being just as they were.
Yes, foolish people, afraid to change, afraid to grow. I know the type only too well.
But in the end, we learn that God's love is a free gift for all people.
End of story, final curtain. A lesson worth telling, and you have told it so well. Do you have all of the parts filled at this point? I'm just curious.
Well, we still need to cast the narrator, the storyteller.
Oh, delightful, oh really? Well, my old friend, Winnie, perhaps we can work something out, do you think? I imagine we can talk about this later. Well, Maxie, it looks like you have the Winston Walrus coloring sheet for this week. That is really fun, really fun. What else? You have a lot of things today. It's just like it's a blue cat or a fox painted by Bowie, who came by to see us at the Hope at Home Studios this week. And I missed that visit. I'm very sad. And here is a rock that Julia painted. And it is a rock with a blue heart and all kinds of things. And there's a gold cross right there. Isn't that pretty? Very, very pretty. And look, a necklace that Julia made too. Maxie, let's see if you can fit this necklace right around your neck there. I'll help you there. Look at that. Very, very fun. Very colorful and bright with all the purple. I think she likes purple and blue. And Julia's drawing of, it looks like an angel here. Thank you so much, Julia and Bowie, for coming by and visiting. And I'm sorry I missed you. That was a really good visit, Dan tells me. So, all right. Well, I think that's it for the week, isn't it? Have you had a good time? Well, good. And that necklace really works well with your outfit, I'd have to say. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll see everyone next week. Bye-bye. Say bye, Maxie.
Well, that Julia did some wonderful artwork, didn't she?
She's a wonderful artist. I'm just
She-
amazing with the colors and everything. I'm just very impressed.
I thought the picture looked just like her, didn't you?
It did. I can't wait to see what she does next.
Well, we're going to talk about more of our friends next week, so let's tell everyone to go in peace, and we'll do that next week, all right?
That sounds wonderful.
All right, I'll say go in peace.
And go in peace, everyone.